have been a part of abortions. But we came out of that madness. We turned away from that madness. We repented from that and made the Most High deal with us and forgive us and save us. But we turned away from all of that stuff. Yeah, one time we were out there bad. Yeah, that's true. But we turned away from it. You niggas out there, y'all still doing it. Matter of fact, you in the church having abortions. You got the first lady of the church, with a big hat on. She got the abortions on her. She got the adultery on her. She's still serving diverse lusts like Christmas, Valentine's Day, and so on and so forth. We turned away from that. So when we say that, yeah, we're born again, it makes sense because we don't do the things we used to do. You niggas in the church, you say you're born again, but you have no change in your lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You say, well, I don't kill. Man, you never killed nobody to begin with. So you didn't turn away from murder. You've been committing adultery. You love doing that. You ain't turned away from that. You ain't turned away from eating no kind of abominable food. You ain't turned away from stealing. You ain't turned away from none of that. But you screaming out, you born again. All you did was go in there and get dunked under that water, and that was it.
Anything, you took on more demons.
Right?
Those churches are so-called whorehouses, man. Those ain't churches, man. The Most High don't dwell in the temple made with hands in no places, man. They teach nothing but lies, man. Put you in a further state of darkness and despair and madness, man. Now you just holier than thou deep, you know. And pleasures, living in malice and envy, hateful and hating one another.
Now all that malice, envy, and hateful, hating one another, man, that's the Baptist church in a nutshell right there. Everybody comes in there. First, you're looking in the parking lot. You want to have the best car. You want to have a car better than so-and-so and such and such. You want to have a better house than this one and that one and that one. They even doing it with their own family members. How do I know this? Because my family's still like that to this day. Now they look at the car, everybody jealous and envious of this car and that car. Then you get out the car, everybody checking for your clothes. Who got on the best suit? Who got on the best dresses, the best hats? They get to sit at the front, the ones with the money. They get to, you know, the ones with the money, the whole church just raises them up like they just top shelf doo-doo. Matter of fact, can somebody give me James chapter 2 real quick? James talked about that, having a respect of those with riches. And that's, man, I'm glad the Most High put the Spirit on me to talk about that. Because if you know these people in the world, that's exactly how they are. They only believe in something if it comes with some kind of big money behind it. So that's why when TD Jakes talk, that's the only reason why you people listen to him. Because you look in that big church, that big auditorium, and you say, damn, I want to be like that. I respect that. But the humble men that ain't taking your money, that's giving you all kind of breakdowns according to the truth of the scriptures that you say you love and live by, you don't look at them in any kind of enlightened way. You look at them like they trash. Go ahead with James chapter 2.
This is James chapter 2, verse 2. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit here under my footstool.
And that's how it is when you go into these churches. And I'm gonna be real, that's how it is when you go to look at some of these, these Israelite camps. It's the same way, but we gonna focus on these churches, Methodist, Baptist, and so on. That's how it is. You got money, they gonna lift you up. Everybody gonna want to come over there. What you about? What you on? Like, tell me how to get like you. Not looking and trying to understand what the man is about or believes in or what he's doing. You just see the goodly apparel, the gold chain, the gold ring, the nice car. You give him all your respect. But go ahead.
Are ye not then partial in yourselves, and are become judges of evil thoughts?
Go ahead.
Hearken, my beloved brethren, had not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he had promised to them that love him?
Most High chose the poor of this world, rich in faith. Now, the poor of this world and rich in faith, man, that's talking about us. You say poor of this world, you might say, okay, that's all of Israel. But Israel ain't rich in no faith. Only the elect, only the men of the Lord are out here rich in faith. Faith in what? How about Shemal Shai in truth? These other people are rich in the faith. Can somebody hold up Caesar Chesapeake real quick?
Scared to hold this nigga.
Yeah, don't hold it too long. Start burning your fingertips. That's what the faith, that's what they rich in. Like that, you can put it down. Nobody will see that. Like in, I believe it's Rio, that big Jesus statue standing up there, 100 feet tall. I don't know how tall it is. God, they have faith in that. They don't have faith in the truth.
Hey, you know what? Because in the Gospels, you speak about he preached to the poor. He didn't say to give the poor money or like riches. He preached the gospel to the poor, which is the gospel is the good news, man.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, it's in the gospel. We speak about you go to the poor. He didn't say go to the poor, then make them rich. I'm give you a bag full of money. No, preach what? The gospel to the poor, man.
That's why Yahushua said it's easy for a camel to go through our needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven, man. Because he once said parable, the rich man, he told him to give away all his goods. And what, he went away and saw, like, man, no, I got too many goodly and pleasant things. He's giving that to these dusty Negroes around here. You know, and so Yahushua got mad at them.
Right? What do a nigga usually say? I work too hard for what I got. Well, you gonna die with all that stuff that you worked real hard for. That's right.
Sirach chapter 11, starting at verse 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. The bee is little among such as fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things.
That's right. So you need not judge the appearance, whether it be beautiful appearance or bad appearance. You need not judge it. You need to judge, as they say, the content of a man is what counts. That's what you need to be looking at. But as we talking about these Baptist churches and so on, man, these people, that's all they respect. If you come in there with a brand new Cadillac, and everybody wants to hear what you got to say.
Brother such and such always look good every Sunday.
Right? Yeah, you know what? Bring him on up here. Bring him on up here. But the man that's been living right, taking care of his family, and ain't been sleeping with all the women in the church, not committing adultery, but he I don't know, he a garbage man. He ain't getting no respect from these people. He gonna be pushed aside. Like James 2 talks about, you gonna get put under the footstool. All they want to do is just take your little $100 a month or whatever it may be. But the rich man ain't got to give nothing. Matter of fact, they giving the poor man, the poor man's money to that rich guy, just to keep him happy.
Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor.
That's right.
For the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works among men are hidden. Many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of hath worn the crown.
That's right. And it's beautiful that the scriptures are coming out this way because, man, this I don't think I've ever even talked about this before. You need not judge the appearance of anything. You got to listen to what somebody's talking about, and then make a deciding factor on who they are. Because if people did that more with us, instead of coming up here running their mouth, excuse my language, if they come up here and shut the fuck up and listen, then they might understand. They might get it. But you come up here because you see me in some work clothes, and you say, well, I know that nigga ain't got it. But if we were to come up here with the newest suits, the Armani suits, and all that, all our signs had lights and shit all around them, and floating up by themselves, then these people, man, they would be all over it. These streets would be cut off. These people will go and build a big church for us. But they don't want to respect the truth of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They want to respect the riches of this world. So keep reading on that. If you got
Real
something,
quick.
go ahead.
Sirach 19 and
James 5. But go ahead, bro.
Sirach 19 and 30. A man's attire is dress, right? And excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
So exactly what he is. So you see the nigga getting out the car, the brand new Cadillac.
The door opened up, he threw this here. Leg come out,
Right.
with them gators on.
Right. No, he don't even have the shoe on yet. Cause he got that furry carpet down there.
Oh, yeah,
He take the shoe out the trunk, right? He got some little footies on. He take the shoe out the trunk and then put it on the ground then. It's cause, you know, cause he too clean.
Man.
He can't just be putting his gators down on any type of ground somewhere. That's the that's the type. Now I say that because I seen niggas in the world do that before.
That's why that's true, man.
Right? Niggas will do stuff like that. Read Salak, y'all. That's more so. Read that one more time.
Sirach 19 and 30. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
That's right. Yo, that car, that outfit that you spend all that money on, that shows who you are and what you're about. You're a worldly man. And I don't even have to talk to you because the Spirit has shown me that men that live like that normally are just very worldly and don't want to hear nothing about the truth. Because the truth ain't bringing you no riches, no worldly riches. Because they want something they can touch, put in their wallet, or go take to the bank. Something that they can take down to the mall and go buy another watch with. They don't want the riches of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. They don't want the knowledge of these scriptures. They don't want those jewels, pearls, and diamonds, and rubies. They don't want those. They want the carnal ones. The ones they can go and buy a car, another car with this, that, and the other. You got more, Bonsu?
No, that was it.
Go ahead and read more in James 2 and then we got James 5.
This is James chapter 2, verse 6. When ye have despised the poor, do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seats?
You despise the poor. You hate the poor. The poor people in them churches, man, those that are higher up, or when I say higher up, got their degrees, living good, got money in the bank, they want to see those poor people put in the back. They don't want to park next to them. They don't want to stand next to them. They despise them. But spiritually, you despise the poor and needy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is his men, his elect. You despise us. Because we out here poor in riches, but like it says, we rich in faith. We don't have all the money, but we got this knowledge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And we using the same Bible y'all using. So you take offense to that. You get embarrassed. People walk by and say, oh man, them people out there crazy. They talking about rape. That's the same Bible you got. So you despise the poor that are out there doing it for the Lord in truth. You despise that. But if, like I said, if we were out here, you know, shucking and jiving and doing all that stuff, we'd be great amongst y'all. TD Jakes will come and pick us up and drop us off. That's kind of it on that. Go ahead with James 5, unless you got a precept.
Real quick, man. Sirach chapter 10, verse 23. It is not meet to despise the poor man that hath understanding, neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man.
That's a beautiful precept. Read that one more time.
Sirach,
let that resonate into these church niggas' minds. Go ahead.
Sirach 10 and 23.
And I say that because we know these church niggas, especially pastors, if you watch a Great Millstone, I'm gonna say stealing the breakdowns and going back and trying to incorporate it into your new church lesson. I know that's what you're doing.
A few years ago, a guy from I went to TD Jakes church. He sent a lot of his little flunkies out here, man.
Three
got
of
so
them.
up with the spirit. So,
They all had on suits and shit.
yeah.
But those, not but, adding to what you say, those that are, you know, the higher ups in the church, I'll say, they understand that what we're saying is true. They understand that we have been given the Spirit to navigate through this Bible. And they know that and they respect that. So what they do is take little bits and pieces and carry that on back to their own churches. We saw Farrakhan do it. All of a sudden, I think it was last year or 2 years ago, he want to break down Jacob and Esau. Where the hell are you? It's an Islamic church. You're supposed to be Muslim. Now you breaking down Jacob and Esau. But that's only because the apostles and elders started doing it and put it out there on the internet and so forth, and now it's blossomed into this big, beautiful flower. But these niggas want to come and take a rose petal and run back to their church and say that this is ours. We did this. These roses are growing because of us. Now y'all just took a piece of what we had and took it to your spot and dirtied it up. But you know what? The Lord is going to judge all this. You should have just came fully with a humble heart to Yahweh Shemel Shah, and you might be holding post to somewhere. But you still stuck over in that Baptist church. You got niggas like Eddie Long, Dick Tracy, he passed away. All these niggas finna start dropping like flies.
Yep, that's right, Doc.
All them niggas finna start falling off. They was holding up Dick Tracy like he was King David. I don't know, y'all remember seeing that? He was walking around with the scroll.
Oh yeah, man.
A couple weeks back, he was sleep. They found out he was sleeping with boys. Now he walking around with the scrolls of the Most High. Sometime later, that nigga dead. D-E-A-D, all caps, gone. Them niggas are shuffling, trying to figure out what they gonna do next. But they know that what we're saying is the truth. And it's not us to be uplifted, it's the Most High to be uplifted. Go ahead. Start at the top.
Sirach 10 and 23. It is not meet to despise the poor man that hath understanding, neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man.
That's right. Why would you want to magnify somebody that's doing all the wrong things in life? Why they do it? Because it brings them the fulfillment of those carnal lusts. They want to be around that money, that power. So they magnify the men that are out there committing adultery, this, that, and all that stuff. They'll magnify the same preacher that's sleeping. The man will magnify the same preacher that's sleeping with his own wife. Why? So he can continue to be around the money and the power. Because if you're a deacon in the church, you get a certain respect. You get to stand up there and look proud. You get a slice of the pie, as they say. Somebody might be paying your bills, this, that, and the other. So you know what? You know what? I'm gonna let him have that. I'll just he can have her. So you coming home to, your wife, and she just got dropped off by one of Eddie Long drivers or Creflo Dollar drivers. But you just take it. Go ahead.
She had to stay late working the books.
But you was at the church the whole day. That's what she didn't know. But she to the point where I'll tell her again. Go ahead.
Verse 24. Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord.
And he that feareth the Lord. So yeah, the governor of Texas gets a certain respect. And rightfully so. This is his kingdom. Let him have it. The sheriff of the town, the mayor of the town gets a certain respect. But those men that fear the Most High and fear him in truth, they get that ultimate respect. They're the ones to be revered. Is there more? Yeah.
All right, next time.
You still holding Titus 3?
James chapter 5, verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. For your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
All that stuff that you wanted and you fought for, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. What was that? David Rockefeller. It's David, right? David Rockefeller?
Yeah.
He just died. And he's seeing right now that all them riches that he had mean absolutely nothing. They about to be in some hardcore slavery.
Right.
All the riches, all the money, all the power. You got Edomites with islands and Moabites, Ammonites. They got little islands here and there. Man, none of that stuff matters. You ain't gonna be able to hide. Now when the Spirit comes to get you, it's just right now, you've been given a dispensation of time to live lavishly on the earth. That's according to prophecy. Esau was given the fruits of the earth, the fatness of the earth. So that prophecy has to be fulfilled. I am not mad at that. Live it up. If you ain't on the island, you need to go get one. Because when it all changes, and very soon it will, I don't want you getting in my way. Because I'm finna enjoy my fruits through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem. Ain't gonna be no confusion. Ain't gonna be no, well, you know what, y'all, our rulership got cut off because y'all was tired of waiting. No, we gonna wait this thing out. We gonna get all that the Most High is gonna give us. And y'all are gonna get the same thing. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and ye shall eat your flesh as it were, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire.
That's right. None of this stuff means anything. Your gold, your silver, your cars, your mansions, your house, with the pool, with the drop off. I forget the name of it. Infinity pool. All of that beautiful stuff. The hot tubs. Yeah, that brother got one. The hot tubs. They got a hot tub in the living room. All kind of stuff. All of that stuff is about to be taken down or taken over. Maybe Jake, well, you know what? They looking around. You know what? I'll go ahead and keep this.
Jake
I ain't
will
gonna
draw
take
for a
this
minute,
down.
right?
It may be so. But all these good things that you think you have on this side, man, all that stuff means nothing to nobody, man. Them cars are gonna perish. Ain't gonna be no oil. Ain't nobody gonna be digging oil no more. In the kingdom, all that stuff is gonna be out of there. You ain't gonna be driving no Lamborghini. That takes fuel and gas. That's too much. Yahushua is bringing a whole new technology.
Man.
From the spirit world.
Teleport.
Yep, that's right.
I'm tired. I got damn. I'm talking to y'all around the kingdom. I gotta get some more tires on my car.
Technology.
Ain't gonna be none of that stuff.
Alternator went out, so the galactic radio not working on. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, Bon Sapar pull up in his chariot. Yeah, that's probably gonna be about $1,000 right there.
One trail behind your chariot is stopping
Right.
there and moving again.
You in the kingdom walking around with a wallet in your back pocket. Man,
Kingdom on the cell phone and shit. Hello?
we ain't gonna be doing all that. And we laugh because that's what the Lord gave you. The Lord gave you some menial, trivial bullshit, man.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
Yeah, you may have a nice Lamborghini, but it's still a car. It's the same. If you go and watch some videos on YouTube, you'll see them people trying to peel out a Lamborghini, running into the barrier or something like that. Car all tore up. You think that's gonna happen to a chariot in the kingdom?
Right.
We don't have to worry about no stuff like that, man. We're gonna be racing, not only in chariots, we're gonna be racing ourselves. We're gonna be racing on animals. We're gonna be racing animals. We also gonna be racing you dirty, scummy Edomites, and you Hamites and all other nations too. Our kingdom is gonna be beautiful, spiritual.
That's right.
These things that you have, like the scriptures say, are moth-eaten, corrupt. The things we have won't be corrupt. You won't be driving all of a sudden, the low fuel light come on in the chariot. You're like, damn, I gotta find a gas station. We're rolling in a spiritual manner. The Lord gave you all this carnal madness to fulfill the lust that you want with your cars and your airplanes. Man, you gotta tear down the whole earth. You tearing down forests and all that. We ain't gonna have to do all that stuff. We're gonna allow the earth to flourish. The animals are gonna start coming back. All those extinct animals and even new animals, if the Lord wants, all that's gonna blossom in the earth. Gonna see whales again in the water, dolphins swimming again in the water, shrimp doing what they supposed to be doing in the water, clams, lobster, and scallops, they're not gonna be scared to come out no more. We ain't gonna be eating that madness, which means the water's gonna be in its correct state. A lot more clear. Ain't gonna be nuclear submarines dumping waste and nuclear aircraft carriers dumping waste in the water. We're going to clean and eliminate all of that madness. We are going to have the spiritual riches. You can have all this carnal stuff. Ain't gonna be no buses rolling through the kingdom. 20 minutes late, damn, they got late to work. Yeah, they just won't get it right out. We ain't gonna have to worry about stuff like that.
That's right.
Cloud of smog over a big metropolitan area and shit.
Right.
A big ass brown cloud over the city.
Like California, shit, that smog and shit.
Yeah, we ain't gonna have to worry about stuff like that because everything will be done in a spiritual manner. You're not gonna have to have towers all over the place, satellites all over the place, so that you can talk to your brother who's in 200-300 miles away, or even 100 feet away. We're gonna be able to do that stuff spiritually. You ain't gonna need the cell phone up next to your brain that's radiating your brain, giving you cancer. You ain't gonna need all that stuff. Wi-Fi signals pumping out, from every which direction that you're walking. There's Wi-Fi signals coming from every single store, restaurant. It's coming from phones, it's coming from apartments. But nobody really knows the long-term effects of that. What does that do to a person after 40 years of, you know, being subjected to it. People don't know that. They just know, well, shit, it's good, it works, roll with it. But we ain't gonna have to worry about Wi-Fi signals in the kingdom. Trying to go, I'm gonna come over to, like I'm gonna keep using Bonsa Pod as an example. I come over to Bonsa Podcast, hey bro, what's your Wi-Fi password? We don't need to do madness like that, man. Everything is gonna be spiritual and beautiful.
Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton.
That's right, and I'm glad that I used that example of David Rockefeller. I hope that in the last moments, the Most High showed him, while he was alive, showed him what you about to be in for. What you about to be in for. There was all that money you had, you couldn't buy your way out of death. You out of there. And I hope that the Lord showed you at the last minutes of death, man, you about to be in for it. Man, you're gonna have to pay for all of this madness.
Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you.
Yep. Oh, that was it on there. Read that last part. Read that last part.
Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you.
And the just doesn't resist you. The righteous don't resist you. The righteous don't have a way to resist you. The poor don't have a way to resist you. You just running amok, as they say. You're doing whatever you want to do. But all this stuff is being tallied up, and Yahushua is coming back. Yahushua is coming back. And you're going to have to pay. And it's a beautiful thing, because we had to pay for our misgivings and going off and all that. We're paying for it right now. Tired, hungry, gotta work tomorrow. We're paying for all that. But your turn is coming real soon. Go ahead.
Verse 7, be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and had long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain.
That's right, have long patience. If you into planting things and farming and all that, then you'll understand that period of wait. You understand that it's very important to be patient. You can't overwater. You can't, not water at all. You have to be patient. Do it the right way. Let the sun do its job. Let the rain do its job. Let the earth do its job. And you'll yield those good fruits. Just sit back and wait.
That's why the scripture says strive for the law, strive for the master's lawfully, man. And there's a certain way you gotta do it. That's why if you have people say you have a green thumb or a black thumb, you have to buy a book if you don't know how to plant anything. There's a certain procedure that you have to follow in order to yield the best fruit. You just can't throw some seeds on there and stomp on and walk off and pour a jug of water on and walk off. It's not going to work like that. There's a proper protocol to how you yield your fruit, man. You're planting, you're being a hustler.
That's right. If you want to plant a certain type of plant, some plants need sun, some plants need shade. You got to understand all those things. And it's just like in the truth. You have to understand those things. You have to understand the husbandry that we are doing spiritually when we're out here preaching. We just have to